Hey everybody, welcome back. We're back with part 11, Paint With Me, Reborn, Paisley here. We are almost done. We've done the washes, the mottling, we did all of that. So now next up is all the extra parts, which is blushing, which is what we're going to do. Part 11 is blushing. And after that, we have the flush and the details stuff, like birthmarks or creases, creases again, or capillaries, all the extra stuff. And then after that is when we seal it. So we are going to be working on the extra stuff right now. The fingertips, the lips, the blushing of the cheeks, the knees. And so I use a red. I don't use the maroon. I use a red. And it's called Crimson Rouge. And it's pretty much generic for Genesis Red. So if you're using heat set, you can use the Genesis Red. So you will need the usual stuff, you know, your water, your brush, your emulsion to mix it with. And yeah, so we're going to mix that up. This is very detailing, very long. So that's why I'm telling you what we're going to be doing. So we're going to mix it up. And we're going to be using the same distilled water. And we're going to put one brush of paint in, which is the red. And we're going to use our emulsion stuff. I don't want any goobers in there. One dot. You don't use very much of this. You don't need very much. So I'm going to get the brush wet. And I'm going to do one brush and mix it in. So because this stuff is the white part of the emulsion kind of makes it an off red color. It's more of a red matte than a bright red, which is fine. That's fine. It's perfect for what we're going to do. And it is kind of runny. I don't know if you can tell. Let me put my hands out of the way. You can tell it's like waterproof. But if you put it on the paper, it's red, right? So we're doing part 11. So I want to put this back on. So I'll walk you through. And then you're on your own. Because I'm not going to video the whole time. It just takes up so much time. It'd be like an hour long. Actually, more than that probably. So once you mix it all together, decide what you want to do first. Do you want to do the fingernails first? Or do you want to do the blushing first? And so you'll need a sponge. I'm just going to reuse what I have because it's red. I'm going to reuse them. And so blushing, let me tell you, this is what I wrote down. You can choose to do this or not. You're going to do the lips. So I don't want to touch the paint part. Okay, so you're going to do lips, right? And I don't know if you can see, but those marks where we went in with the maroon on the lines, I never do the middle part, this part right here. I never do that. But I do some pink right here, right? And you do the lips. You're going to do the cheeks, to the cheeks. You're going to, by then, you should, your sponge should be wet, that you can go over the ears. And you're going to pounce the ears so they're reddish. They'll be, right now they're kind of more blue, purpley kind of colored. And once you do that, it'll look more normal. Okay, so that's what you're going to do there. You can add a little bit across the forehead if you want. But cheeks, definitely, the tip of the nose, the lips, and the ears. That's for the head. For the feet and the leg, the knee. And I am horrible about this, but usually with the preemie and the newborn, I make their feet red. They usually end up really kind of red. But where this one is more 0 to 3 months size, I'm still going to be red, but it won't be as deep as the other ones. So you're going to do here, here. You're going to make, like, you know how you make your fist, you know? You're going to go around the bottoms of the toes right here, the side of the foot, and the heel. You're going to leave this part in the middle alone. So that's the red. You can do the tips of the toes if you want, but of course you do the nails, put some on there, and the knees. So that is it for the legs, okay? The arms, the hand, it's another thing. I like the hands red. It's personal preference to what you like. And like I said, this one's a little bit older, so I'm not going to make it really red. I am going to make it redder than here. You'll be able to tell. Same thing. You're going to do the palms of the hands right here. You're going to do the fingernails. I do a little bit on the tops of the hands. You do not have to do that. And you're going to do the elbow. Okay? And that's it. It's going to take you a little bit for it to get what you want it to, especially where you have this really watery. You'll probably go over it 2 or 3 times. Because I know that I used to get sick of it and waiting. I added more paint, and so, but sometimes I'd screw it up, and I don't want to screw this up, so I'm just going to do it this way. So that is all you do for blushing. It's going to keep you busy for a little bit. So do what you feel is comfortable first. If you're comfortable doing the fingernails first, do that. It's still going to take you a little bit. You're going to need a smaller brush, and you're going to need, you know, a pouncer. You know, you do the fingernails first, then do the toenails, and then go back and do all the blushing off everything else. But I'm telling you, the blushing itself, the face, the elbows, the knees, the feet, the hands are going to take you a little bit, and take your time doing it. And so that's what we're doing now. So I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to do that, and I will come back when I'm done with that and show you what mine looks like, and then we'll move on to the flesh. Well, we'll do some extra stuff. I'm going to do some capillaries, and I'll show you how to do that. You're going to need a toothpick. Okay. What else is there? Yeah. So, do that. That'll keep you busy for a while. And this is part 11, and we got, what, 12, and then varnish. We're done. So, I hope you like what you're doing so far. I hope that you're pleased with it. I'd love to see a picture if you're making a baby. Send me a picture over on the Instagram, or send me one via email. Facebook page, it doesn't matter, Facebook page or Instagram, I'm on both of those. Send me a picture on what you've done, and yeah, we will see you at the end. Okay, so, all done. I don't know if you'll be able to tell in this light, but you can see the pink. His lips, her lips are pink, but I think I'm going to do them again. Not quite finished with that. And I made the ears more reddish, and I'll probably touch those up a little bit more too. But the cheeks are done. That's done. And the knee, you see the knee, and the foot, you can tell from here to here, it's redder all the way around. And I don't want it really red, but it is. So that's what it looks like. So there's a foot. I'll show you a hand. Here's a hand. Same thing. You can tell from the two. This one's more red. And same here. You can tell. I'm not going to do any more to the hands or the feet, but I may work on the lips some more. I might add some more burgundy in there and more pink. They're not quite where I want them yet, but that is the gist of it. So that's what it looks like, and I will be back with the last part, which is adding the flesh, and we'll see you next time. I forgot one thing, capillaries. If you want to do this, you can use your maroon, which is what I might do. I'm going to mix some more, but you just put the toothpick in, so it has some red on it. I'm going to try putting one a little bit on the cheek. And it's not going to show up, which is what I thought with this red. I have no idea. See, you can see that little line right there. See that little line? And you just make little, just like we did veining, but you use the tip of your thing and just make little spaghetti marks, like little tiny marks. I put one right there. I don't know if you can see it. They're going to be way teeny to see. I'm going to put one up on her eye. And we're just going to leave it there for a minute and just kind of tap the water off. And I put some on the eyelids. So yeah, you can use this color if you want, but I'm going to mix up some more maroon and probably mix a little bit of it with the red and put it on there. And you could use purple too. So if you look at your veins, they're like a purpley blue kind of color. So I'm going to work on that in between me coming back for flesh. So when we come back and do the flesh, I will show you the little veins that I did. And I put a couple on the legs sometimes, not always, but mostly on the face. So anyway, forgot to show you how to do that. So you just take a toothpick, the very end of it, and you just make these little tiny squirrelies. And if you want to use something smaller, I haven't got anything smaller to do that with. So I use a toothpick, but you could use something else. So that's it. Forgot to show you, and we'll see you again.